God woke me up at 7 a.m. in the morning with a hymn playing in my head. It wasn't an alarm or a thought. It was a Christian hymn, loud and clear. It was so loud that it actually woke me up from my sleep. And just a few minutes later, I realized that God actually woke me up so that I can witness another miracle. And let me tell you all about it. It's a Saturday morning, and I hear this hymn perfectly clear in my head, and it went, "Redeemed, how I love to proclaim it, redeemed by the blood of the Lamb, redeemed through His infinite mercy, His child, and forever I am." It's this song, Redeemed, and it played in my head. I could hear it, every word, every line, and I haven't listened to it in a long time. I don't even know, maybe it was months. And honestly, I'm not even sure I could remember the lyrics correctly. But it's there, playing in my head. And it wasn't like I woke up and I could, you know, how sometimes you have this song in your head that continues to play. No, it was playing already, before I woke up. It's like I was in one of those dreams that it's so vivid that you feel like you're awake. So it was like that. So I wake up, I reach for my phone, I have a look, and it's 7 a.m. And I thought, oh, I've only had about 6 hours of sleep. And my first thought is, I can probably get another hour of sleep before getting ready for church. And then I remember something. I asked God before to wake me up every morning a bit early, so that I can spend some time with Him to pray and to study before I start my day. Because life gets so busy sometimes. Sometimes 1 day, 2 days get past, and if you don't dedicate some time to spend with God, you just don't spend time with God. So I say, fine, I wake up, I get up from my bed, I walk into the living room, and I go to pray. And that's when I see Sika, my cat friend. He's sleeping in my baby daughter's Moses basket. She didn't like it anyway. And suddenly he wakes up and something's wrong. I see his mouth started to foam. And at first it was just a little, and then more came out. It was like you see in the movies when some people are overdosing. And the foam starts dripping on the floor, and I literally started to panic because I didn't know what was going on. And I quickly go and wake my wife up. And Sika, the cat, starts to panic too. You can see it in his eyes. He started to get a bit crazy. He knows something is wrong, and he starts running through the house, terrified, not knowing what was going on. And after about a minute, he runs into the bedroom and hides behind the curtain. And the foam is still pouring out of his mouth. You could see it pouring. It was literally dripping from his mouth left and right. And I was terrified. I genuinely thought this cat was going to die. And I told my wife, can we take him to the vet? But it was Saturday, 7 o'clock in the morning. No vet is open at that time. So I thought, wait a minute. I have a better physician, the greatest physician that ever lived. And he's just a prayer away. So I get on my knees and I prayed like I've never prayed before. And I cry out to God and I ask Him to hear this poor creature. And when I finished the prayer, in Jesus' name, the second I finished that prayer, the foaming stopped all of a sudden. Because I could see the foam was forming and coming out and it was dripping. And the second I finished that prayer, I could see that the foaming stopped forming. And instead of that terrified look on my cat's face, he was calm. The fear is gone. He's peaceful and completely back to his own self. He goes from total panic to total peace in an instant. After everything settles, I go to the living room and I'm so thankful to God for hearing my prayer once again. And I start putting this hymn I put on my headphones and I put this hymn on, this redeemed hymn. And I listened to it once, I listened to it twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times. I think I listened to it at least 7 or 8 times. And then it hits me. Do you know what the last verse says? It says, "He giveth me songs in the night." Because I didn't realize the first time, first few times I played it. It was probably the 6th or 7th time when I realized. The last verse says, "He gives me songs in the night." And it was literally a song in the night that woke me up. And that's when I knew God did it. But it's like another confirmation maybe for my wife that this is not a coincidence and it's not my imagination. It was Jesus once more. He woke me up and he healed this little cat. And there's something I always loved about how Jesus heals the people in the Bible. When he healed the lame, the paralyzed, these people didn't just walk carefully and started to learn how to walk like little babies again, drag their legs. And when you see in these faith healers that they force these paralyzed people into walking and they fall down and it's just a mess. When Jesus healed the paralyzed man, he restored that person completely. And usually when Jesus healed someone, he also told them that their sins were forgiven. So he gave them peace and joy and happiness. These people were jumping and singing and running and they had that peace. And that morning, I could see the fear in my cat's eyes turn into peace in an instant. And the panic turned into calm. And I thought about when Jesus calmed the storm. It was probably the same thing. From a crazy storm, he said, "Peace, be still," and in an instant turned into this peaceful day. And the same Jesus did miracle in the past, who gives everyone songs in the night. It's still the same Jesus today. And if you don't know Jesus, I want you to hear this. He's not distant, some faraway God that watches us without any emotions. He deeply cared for us, and he's not silent, he's not absent. Sometimes he even wakes you up with a song. He's gentle, he's long-suffering. He gave his life for us. And imagine if Jesus can do this for a creature that can't even ask for help. Imagine how much he cares for you. I have another miracle story, and I have receipts for that. Because maybe you probably think, this guy is crazy. He's a Christian nut job. I have proof that God did it. If you want to hear it, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss what's coming next. God is real, God is powerful, and he still moves today. See you in the next one.